It was good. Yeah, my trip was very good. Thank you.
Banana bread.
I did not realize how big the food culture is in Montreal. And I think we had like 3 meals a day for like big meals for like all 5 days. If I don't eat for the next 5 days, I think I'll be full. It's fine. Like it was so much food. But yeah, it was very good. Thank you for asking. While I was away, I know that we had a guest host help with our IT, and obviously Scott had the meeting. What can anyone tell me about last week? What happened? What did you learn?
I missed last week, so I can't say.
Okay. Anyone here learn anything?
Well, we were just talking, it was just about AI and the different uses and typing in different questions and having it blurt out a big description.
Perfect. So on that note, I'm going to share something. I have not sent this out yet. When I was watching the recording, I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not, but did you guys on Zoom see this last week? No. Okay. So this is going to be sent out to everybody. It just goes over what you guys talked about last week. So we have ChatGPT, and then I've also put some prompts in here. So you guys can just copy and paste them right into whatever AI sources you're using to get you started. So we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Canva. And then I know you guys watched this video last week about Notebook LM. You guys talked about Lofty. And then these were a couple other AI tools that I think Bird Eye was one of them that was discussed in the previous weeks by somebody. So these are also AI tools that you guys can go in, and if they match to kind of how you run your business, maybe they'll be useful. They're more so for organization than content creation, but everyone's going to get this at the end when I send out this recording and stuff. This will also be there. So then hopefully you guys can use this to your advantage after learning more about these programs last week, and now you have these prompts. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So let me go to my list here. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to share was something called Storybook on Gemini. And with Storybook, I thought this could be a kind of cool either gift for a family or just something that can be fun. So I'm going to try and share this. So in Gemini, there's something called Storybook. So on the left-hand side here, you'll see under Gems, there's Storybook. I said, use claymation art style, create a storybook about why real estate is a hard career, but with hard work, it is worth it. So I'm going to try and play this. I don't know if the sound's going to work, but we're going to try.
Ilara's dream homes. Ilara loved houses, big ones, small ones, ones with gardens, and ones with tall, tall windows. She dreamed of helping people find their perfect home. So with a big smile and a brand new briefcase, she became a real estate agent. But it wasn't as easy as she thought. Her phone rang and rang, but often no one answered. Or if they did, they weren't quite ready to buy or sell. Hello, is anyone there? She'd ask, her voice a little sad. Some days were even harder. She'd spend hours preparing, showing a lovely house, only for the client to choose someone else. Oh dear, she'd sigh, watching them walk away. There were stacks of papers to read, forms to fill, and neighborhoods to research. Late into the night, Ilara would work, her eyes getting heavy, but her determination still flickering. Is this really for me? She wondered one quiet morning, looking out her window. It felt like climbing a very tall mountain, and she was still at the bottom. But Ilara was strong. She remembered why she started. She took a deep breath, made more calls, and finally, someone said, yes, we'd love to see that house. Her first real showing. She worked even harder now, fueled by that small success. She learned new ways to help people, listened carefully to their wishes, and always, always kept a positive attitude. One sunny afternoon, the phone rang, and this time it was wonderful news. We love it, Alara. We want to buy the house. A family had found their perfect home, all thanks to her. Alara felt a warmth spread through her. All the hard work, the long hours, the rejections, they faded away. This feeling of helping someone, of making a dream come true, was truly special. Real estate can be a hard career, full of twists and turns, but with a lot of hard work, a big heart, and a never give up spirit, it can also be the most rewarding job in the world.
So that's my book. And I think it's a kind of cool way to like put your ideas into something that isn't an email. It's not a social media post. It's very different. You can print them out. I think one of the ideas I had was if your clients have young kids or anything like that, I know a lot of the time moving can be really scary for them. I think this could be a really cool way to incorporate the kids into that type of transaction and make it fun. Yes, Nancy.
I think that is absolutely adorable. That's all I have to say.
I thought that was fun. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna buy a house from her, but yeah, so I think it's a kind of cool way. Also, you can put your bio in and tell it to write a storybook based on the information in the bio. And then, you know, you kind of have your own intro there. So I think that's kind of cool. I just wanted to touch on that too. I know obviously it kind of has to deal with what you guys talked about last week, but I just wanted to share that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And then today, what are my notes telling me? Oh, here are my notes. Okay. Love her or hate her, Taylor Swift breaks the internet anytime she does anything. So on a 2-hour podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce, she talked about blogging. That was specifically about sourdough recipes, but she talked about blogging. In no shock to me, because anything this woman does trend sets everything else that's happening in pop culture. 2 days ago, I came across something in one of the like online articles I read. I was talking about an app called Substack. Substack is a blogging app. Elizabeth, you're nodding. Do you know what this is? Yes.
I do, but I haven't used it.
Okay, so frankly, I haven't used it either. I was doing my research last night, but it really started as an online creative, like long form content for writers and journalists and stuff like that. And now it has over 20 million users, and it is doing incredibly well with all types of either creative writers or people that just want to talk about stuff like recipes or any types of themes and stuff. And while it doesn't really tie into real estate, I don't know any realtors that are on it talking about real estate. What it does tie into is long form content. So long form content being either the blogs that I'm talking about today, that also includes podcast videos, YouTube videos, long emails, e-newsletters, written newsletters, all that type of stuff. What these 20 million users of Substack tell us is that long form content is still necessary. Yes, people use social media. Yes, people have a very short attention span, but when they're reading something they're actually interested in, they will read it and they will watch it. So when you're looking at your marketing and everything like that, continue to do the long form content. So a couple ways that I kind of think about this. First, I wanted to kind of get everyone's opinion on if you were on Substack and you were talking about something that wasn't real estate related and you were writing like pages and pages worth of stuff, what would the topic be? Also, I wrote down for all Taylor Swift, yeah. Also, I kind of, for like our weekly attendance, the people that are always here, I kind of wrote down a couple ideas. So I want to see if they're accurate. Nancy, go ahead.
This is probably going to shock a few people that are watching this. But if it was completely not real estate related, cooking. I am a
Really?
master chef.
Oh my God. Okay. No, I did not have that one.
No, you thought I was going to talk about dogs, right?
100% I did. Yes.
Dogs are flying. I would talk about flying. But no, I'm a big time chef.
That's so cool. I didn't know that. I have Alroy on here next, but he's not here. I don't know, Nancy, if you would know this, but I said plants and like taking care of plants and nature and everything like that.
Oh, for Alroy?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like he's got
Yeah,
he's got a university degree in that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like it's very cool. I really need to call him because I keep killing all my plants, but it's kind of a side tangent. Nasir, I have you on my list next. What would you talk about? I have BMWs and watches, so that's good. For myself, I had me next. Frankly, the first thing I thought of was like pop culture, like celebrity news, anything like that. I read it all. Like, I want to know everything. Real Housewives, all that trashy television. Jake, what would you talk about?
Art.
Art?
Yeah.
Okay. So I went a little different. I said fitness and salsa. Yes. Yeah.
That's doing my life.
Herb, I couldn't leave you out. What would you talk about?
If I was gonna write a blog and like stuff like that, I would definitely write about biblical stuff, like historical biblical things.
Very cool. Okay, I didn't have that.
You didn't have that in your bingo card?
No, I did not have that. I had Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool. I didn't know that. Jade, if you can share, I also have you on my list. So I don't know if your mic can be turned on, but if you were to write a blog, what would you talk about?
For my blog, I'd either talk about fitness or motorcycles.
Okay, so I had gym and cars. I was close.
Yeah, cars too.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share? Rick?
Good job, Jake. Good job.
Spiritual. Okay, Julia, what would you talk about?
Hit the button to make you hear me. Probably politics, but I follow a lot of people on politics on Substack, so
Yeah,
it's a pretty covered place.
yeah. But I mean, that's the one I had for you, so I thought I got
Really?
that one.
I'd probably go with cooking too, because I'm a bit of
Okay. Oh, I love that.
and concerts. There's another one. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man, I knew that too. I should have put that down. Okay, anyone else want to share? Matthew?
I'd probably do history because I have a history degree, or concerts as well, like going to concerts. So
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. So now that we know a little bit more about each other, obviously some of us were surprised by what everyone else had to say, right? So my question for you is, these things that you would talk about in a blog, do the people that follow you on your real estate pages, people that connect with you about real estate, do they know any of this about you? No, yes. Right. I would say no, I had no idea. For Matthew, Nancy, no idea. That one shocked me. But the reason I ask is because I was actually speaking with James, who I see on the call. Everyone say hi to James. He's new with us. But I was speaking with him, and one of the things we talked about was social media, and a big part of James's following on Instagram, and actually what I have in my notes here is skateboarding. And that's not something that he should be giving up. And everything that you guys shared today is something that you should also be sharing on your socials. If you are that passionate about it, that you would write pages and pages of a blog, then that's something you need to incorporate into your marketing. whether it's in this long form content that we're going to talk about or in any other way. Everyone agree with that? Yes? Okay. So we're going to talk about ways specifically to do a blog first. So has anyone written a blog before? Yes, Matthew, you want to share?
I have a marketing degree as well, so within the program, we did a lot of blog writing and that type of stuff. So
Nice.
it's a while ago, it was not on this platform, but yeah, we did it a few times, I guess.
Awesome. Elizabeth, you want to go?
Yeah, I've done it for work in marketing as well and in school and also personal. I used to have a podcast and blogged along with it. So lots of long form stuff.
Nice. That's awesome. Anyone else?
I used to write once a month. I was working at Shoppers Drug Mart, the head office, and they had like community post, internal community post. So I would post financial stuff for people who didn't know that there were certain products and stuff like that that banks offered that they didn't know existed. And so once a month I would write about how to invest money into these things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and explaining in very, easy terms, like what is this? How do you use this and why it exists? And yeah, everybody loved it inside that sphere of people. Yeah,
Nice.
it was really good.
Well, that's awesome. So yeah, so there's a couple different ways that you can write a blog, to my knowledge, and then anyone else that's written one, you guys can share kind of what you did after. So number one thing would be landing pages. Everyone here, mostly everyone here, has a real estate website. No matter the provider that you're with, they offer landing pages. For those of us with Lofty, landing pages are fully included in the program. Anyone with Income, they also have landing pages. And the third example would be anyone with a prime agent website. They all offer landing pages where you can go in and customize. All you would have to do is get the content. And that's something we're going to talk about too. With the blogs, Elizabeth, when you were doing it, were you adding pictures? Was it just text?
I love adding pictures and like headers, just things to break up the text so that it draws people's eyes a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say, I did recently write an article for Buzz magazine. I don't know if anyone reads that. It was about our Realty Executives and Lofty collaboration. And I be very honest, to start writing the article, I just went into ChatGPT and said, these are all the articles that have previously been written about our collaboration. Give me a new one. And I went from there. But one of the things that I like is in ChatGPT, it actually does that. It breaks it up with headers. And then you can, if you have pictures, you can add them in. If not, it's already broken up in a more digestible format. So it's not just like run-on sentences, right? So yeah, so again, with Lofty, Prime Agent, Income, any of these websites, landing pages can absolutely include pictures. They have text for you. For those of us that are with Lofty, the training is all in that agent roadmap. I'm also gonna, now that I'm back, I'm also gonna be doing some specific Lofty training Zoom calls. I just need to kind of collaborate with those with Lofty to make sure that everyone's available. And then as I'm looking around, I don't think anyone here has a Prime Agent website. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, okay. So I'll move on from that. But there's also tons of other blogs that you don't need to make. So I'm gonna pull up a tab here and then I'll share it with you guys. Realty Executives. For anyone that subscribes to the Realty Executives e-newsletter, these blog articles that I'm about to show you are actually the ones that are shared on that e-newsletter that goes out monthly to your contacts. Yeah. Where's my one? Can you guys see that blog? Yes? Okay, good. So here we have the realtyexecutives.com/blog. So here we have a ton of different blog articles. They're filtered by home buyers, home sellers, home design, all these other things. And they kind of circle around the topic of real estate. They're not ever going to give market stats. They're not ever going to give hyper local content. But what they do give is just some topics to talk about, some articles to share with your people. So if you're really not interested in writing your own blog, but after today you realize that long form content is still a media that people want to use, all you really have to do is go to realtyexecutives.com/blog, click on a blog that you want to share with your people, give it a read. Okay, that one looks good. And then you can actually just share it here, right to Facebook with this Facebook share button. And when you share to Facebook, that link will go immediately onto your page. All you got to click is post. If you want to write something about the blog, you can. But this is a super easy way to keep content going out. And you can do it once a week, once a month, whatever you feel. It's also something that you can email out. These blogs are something that if you want to just pop up your camera, hit record, and literally just start reading one of these blogs, that's okay too. No one is gonna like call you out for plagiarism. This is material that Realty Executives has made specifically for our agents to use. We want you guys to be using it. So this may be a way to get started, just having those blogs pre-made. So that's realtyexecutives.com/blog. And then while I'm here, let's hop over to the other page. I'm gonna probably make you guys so familiar with, and you guys are gonna hate hearing about this. I talk about this all the time, but it's fun, I promise. You may be asking why my computer is taking so long. That would be because I have less than a gigabyte of space left on my computer. I'm really working this thing to the bone, so just taking a bit longer here. But yeah. ChatGPT, I mean, is definitely
Yeah, I wondered if they were frozen. They left.
Yeah, I think they're frozen.
Yeah. She really is working her computer to the bone, eh?
Yeah, no kidding, right? I mean, she's trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. Oh,
Yeah, they left. Like, I think it kicked them out.
Oh,
Yeah, they must have. I thought it was me at first, but then I saw Julie. I could see that you were moving, so I was like, okay, we're not. It's not me that's frozen. I think it's Michelle. I'm sure they'll come back.
Yeah, I can see she's not on the call.
Yeah, said Tommy's the
Wonder
host.
if it's later.
Right? Weird.
Julia,
Yes, thank you for the email you sent me, Hunter.
I just was gonna say you should take over this call now. Take it away.
So I was just texting with Nancy, as I sometimes do during meetings. And I have this big presentation tomorrow. I'm co-presenting with The Economist for CHMC to like 200 financial planners and insurance agents. And it's a mortgage person that I use, and I haven't been given any instruction about what they want to hear. So while Michelle was talking, and now she's back, she's going to hear what I say. So while Michelle was talking, I was cheating on her and putting together this presentation. And I had a theme for what I want to talk about, and the talking points in GPT I put in was I want to do a presentation using the theme of people being fall curious in this fall in the Toronto real estate market. And so I told them that I was presenting with an economist, that the economist is going to have their own details, just only use stats with TREB, CREA, and ORIA, and Bank of Canada. And they put together this whole presentation for me in 3 different formats. This was like, we're only 30 minutes in, but I got this done in about 11 minutes.
Wow.
And then I said, now put it together for a blog post for my website. And what I sent to Nancy was, why am I not doing this? Like, I have a whole blog post here that is just perfect.
Well, I was thinking after your call last week, you mentioned you were going to be doing this, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be filmed and it'll be made public. But if not, I trust you're going to have somebody film some of it, because wow, you can pull out your highlights and a few other people's and do a YouTube short or a long, or you can cut something together really nice out of it, and you're
It sure will be. I'll find out if I can get some clips from them and do that. But yeah, that's a good suggestion, Hunter. Anyway, Michelle's back, so I'll stop talking.
Great, good. Thank you for staying on, as my computer definitely needs to be updated, but I will definitely be getting to that later today.
Told you.
Herb is coughing because he's been telling me for a year that I need a new computer. So anyway, back to long form content. I think, Julia, I think that's a great example of kind of cross marketing all the work you've been doing. You want to make sure that you're hitting all the facets, right? Whether it's the blog, the video, anything like that. Something that a lot of people might not know is also considered long form content are carousel posts. So on Instagram, you can post multiple pictures in one post, and carousel posts actually do very well. So basically you would have a title slide, and that would be the heading of your blog. And then slide 2 would be maybe the first paragraph or the intro with a little picture. And then slides 3 to 5, you could just copy and paste the rest of your content onto those. And that's how you get your long form content, one of the ways, onto social media. So I thought that was interesting. Those carousel posts also do well on Facebook, LinkedIn, even TikTok sometimes, because you can post pictures on TikTok. So yeah, I know that on Instagram, I do keep getting a notification when it comes to long form content. Videos over 3 minutes that are posted on Instagram will not be shared to new audiences. They do not come up on recommended pages for new audiences. They only go to your followers. So when you're posting videos on Instagram, do ensure that they are under 3 minutes. Otherwise, if they're longer, cut them up and post them in at different times, or use it as long form content and go from there.
To add to that, I use CapCut, and there's other software out there, but CapCut, I believe the free version will do this as well. It will take a long video and do short videos for you. You can specify 1 minute length video, 2 minute length videos. And not only will it chop up your video really nicely and do that for you, but also do the captions, and it will actually do the heading for you. So a really cool hook that you can copy and paste and then put into Instagram, so people will read that hook, see the quick video. And so you can take a 30-minute video, chop that up into 1-2 minute, shorts, and it will actually do everything for you. All you have to do is just say, all right, send it to Instagram, and you're done. So it does all the heavy lifting for you right away.
Yeah. I also wanted to kind of reverse this as well. If you've already done long form videos, so for example, if you've sat down and done an interview with her, or I know Elizabeth does a lot of YouTube videos, the big winner of our summer YouTube challenge. Don't worry, guys, there's a fall one coming. I have more giveaways. But if you've already done these on YouTube, YouTube will populate a transcript under the video, and you can actually just copy that transcript, and there's your blog. All you got to do is kind of, hit return and figure out how you want to space your paragraphs. But really, that's another way to reuse this content that you spent all this time creating. You want to make sure that it's being used to its fullest potential. Elizabeth, have you done that at all? Have you kind of reused the videos in any type of way?
I haven't really yet, but honestly, as soon as you started talking about Substack, I thought of one of the series I do on YouTube is the wish list versus the win. So I explain and show pictures of the, what was on their wish list and then what actual house they bought, which has done well. And that would be a great blog because you can still put pictures in and show that. I think people would read that. So you have my gears turning.
I think so too. Yeah, good. Yay. Good ideas coming out of this. The other thing, I know I had mentioned it earlier when I was talking about the Realty Executives blog. For anyone that has a Prime Agent account, you do have access to a subscription that is the Realty Executives Campaigns portal. And that includes a monthly e-newsletter. So once you turn that e-newsletter on, anyone in your Prime Agent contacts that you select, and frankly, you just select all of them, they will get an email from you once a month with those 3 blog articles until you turn it off. So literally until the end of time, they will be hearing from you at least once a month, which means 12 points of contact a year, which takes away from that max number that everyone's trying to reach, right? So I think that is something that if you're in a position where you want to be reaching out to people, you want to be sending stuff, but you just sit there and say, I don't have time for this. Take the time, get the subscription, turn on the e-newsletter, and just let it go. Yeah, Nancy.
You can also tailor that a little bit as well, that newsletter. Because it'll put your listings in it, and it'll put a little write-up about, oh, summer's here, blah, 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 whatever it is. But you can also tailor that.
Yes, exactly. Good point. Yeah, good point. I think it's about a week before, Prime Agent will send you a reminder email saying, okay, this newsletter for this month is going out. Go in, make your edits beforehand. And if you don't make any edits, that's fine. But I know Alroy, I know Vic, they all have that e-newsletter turned on. And one of the things they like to add is the market stats. So that's something. And frankly, Jake does a great job posting those market stats every month. And you can either add the links to the videos that he does, or sometimes there's those carousel posts that I talked about. And you can actually just download those pictures. For anyone that doesn't know, all of that information comes from the Treb Market Watch that comes out every month. So really all you have to do is Google Treb Market Watch, and it's the first thing to come up. So yeah, really good point, Nancy. You can tailor that as much as you want. Yeah. Does anyone else do any type of e-newsletters, print letters, something along those lines that they find does very well? Yeah, Matthew.
I made a newsletter and I was door knocking with it, and I've gotten a few jobs from it and several contacts. So
good.
I did find it useful.
Nice. Now, is that what you're giving them, is that more so like a bio about yourself, or?
It's a combination of a bio and then just monthly stats on whatever I'm door knocking, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, so you have a little bit about yourself, but you also have valuable information in there, right?
Yeah.
Stuff that they're not receiving just, you know, being on their phone or watching CP2 for. So that's good. Yes, Nancy.
I just do my flyer that I put out at local businesses. There should be a couple of them kicking around the office if they made it to the new office.
Yes.
I don't know if they did.
Try.
And they're just my listings. I've got one over there if you have the patience for me to go and get it.
Yes.
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Last time.
I have this is my flyer. And this is the back of my flyer that shows where I sell. And it's got my listings. I don't know, I think I've got 9 listings right now.
Love it.
So that goes out in a nice little thing so people can pick them up from local businesses.
I love that.
So that I do that and I print it here, like there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I hope everyone is getting ideas. I know, Elizabeth, your gears are turning. I do hope that, you know, I know I talk a lot about like, oh, you should add this to what you're doing, you should add this to what you're doing. But I know if I keep talking, someone will add something to their repertoire. Something will click with you. But
Well, what I'll do is I follow I get a newsletter. It's called 411 and it's regarding Toronto real estate markets and all of that. By email. And yeah, and I'll put it into the group chat because it gives you really good information that for the newsletter that Prime Agent spits out, I usually grab that information, make sure there's a link in there for wherever they got the content from, and then put that into the newsletter because it is relevant information and they do all the heavy lifting for me. I just copy and paste basically.
I love that. Anyone have any questions about what we talked about? Anyone want to share something that you haven't had the opportunity to yet? Anything like that?
When, you know, just to put it out there again, I know Michelle and I sound like a broken record, but we're here to help you guys come up with ideas like this. And for example, you know, Matthew here was thinking about doing something like some kind of newsletter, something while he was door knocking. And then myself and Michelle both helped him come up with that newsletter and refined it and made it better and, you know, really made it engaging. So that way, when he did do door knocking, gave these pieces of paper, it was relevant and it was functional, you know. So we're here for that. We'll give you ideas and see what sticks and try it out. You never know.
Yeah.
You don't have to hack this alone. Like you don't have to sit there for 2 hours trying to figure it out. Reach out to us. We'll help you. We got ideas.
Speaking of which, if anyone wants to see me try and record someone on a skateboard on Sunday, visit me at what is our address? 6982 Danton Promenade in Meadowvale. Like I said, James is super into skateboarding. That's a reason a lot of people follow him on Instagram. So we're going to be heading to Scott and I's listing in Mississauga, and we're going to be doing a little intro video of him and a listing video incorporating that skateboarding aspect. So seriously, I think it's going to be hilarious. So if you're around, come hang out. Okay, I do have some events to share with everybody, but I just want to make sure everyone has shared what they want to share. I can move on from this topic. Yes? Okay, good. So September 10th. For those of you that don't know, Rhea is a realtor with us, but she is also in school. She's going to law school, I believe, Julia. Is that correct? Yes. So she is now working at Legal Lab, and we have been communicating, and her team at Legal Lab is going to come in and talk about kind of the biggest pitfalls in real estate law and what they see with their clients and stuff like that. So that's September 10th in the office. It's a Wednesday. It's going to be at 10 a.m. And then September 17th, Wednesday at 10 a.m., we have QE Law. QE Law is based in Port Credit. They are real estate lawyers. They also do a ton of other type of law. They're actually the lawyers I used on my house. So they're going to be coming in. Again, they're just going to be introducing themselves. It's always good to meet third-party professionals. And again, if you can't make it on the 10th or you want to get the most out of these training sessions, definitely come to both. Everyone's got different experiences with real estate lawyers, so ask your questions. Both teams are super highly educated. It's going to be really good topics. And again, we're connecting with third-party professionals. September 21st is a Sunday. We will be learning a lot from these lawyers, learning a lot during our midweek mastery, so I think it's time to have some fun. September 21st, we are doing a picnic in the park. So right across from our new office is a beautiful park called Saigon Park. And we are going to be there. We're going to have some outdoor games. We're going to be having some food. It will be rain or shine. If it's raining, we have this beautiful long table in the office where we'll just host everybody instead. It's also an opportunity for everyone to kind of mix and mingle. It is a family day. So please, we're going to be outside. Bring your dogs, bring your kids, bring whoever. We have some very happy people about bringing their dogs. But I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah, so that is September 21st. And then last but not least, September 25th, we're going to be having a webinar with one of the trainers from Korea. She's going to be talking about all the advantages of your Realtor.ca profile, how to use it to the best of your ability. It is part of your Realtor.ca profile, is part of all your dues. So you want to make sure that you're using it to the best of your ability, really optimize those profiles. I know that's something that Herb talks about quite a lot. A lot of people don't know you can actually put a video on your Realtor.ca profile, and it does help consumers connect more with you if they can kind of either see you in action or learn a little bit more about you in that video. So we're going to be learning all that on September 25th. We have a very busy September with our trainings and our third-party professionals. Tons of opportunities to come into the office, to network with realtors, network with lawyers. The kids are going back to school, so I figure we should too. So yeah, so those are some of the updates from me. Everyone obviously will be getting an email with this schedule. There will be, the law offices have asked for RSVPs for these events because they will be bringing food. Ooh. And they would like numbers for who's going to be in. So I will be sending out a couple RSVP forms. You will be getting lots, so please just fill out the ones that you can when you can. The Realtor.ca one is going to be, we've asked for it to be done virtually because we're also including all of the other agents in the region. So all of our agents all the way up from Sudbury to Kitchener-Waterloo, everyone is invited to that Korea webinar. So that one will be online. If you are in the office, we are going to be playing it on the TV. But if you can't make it, don't worry. That one is virtual. So yeah, so those are my updates. I'm very happy to be back. I think my boyfriend's happy that I'm back because I'm pretty sure I spent the last 45 minutes of our last dinner in Montreal literally talking about real estate, and he was like, you should go back to work. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for staying on through my technical difficulties. I think it might be time I get a new computer.
Oh boy.
I'll find that somewhere in the budget. But thank you guys. Happy pumpkin spice latte season to all those who celebrate. No, come on, Nancy.
Oh, Nancy, stop. It is pumpkin spice season.
The nearest Tim Hortons that serves that kind of stuff is like 20 minutes for me. I don't have a Tim Hortons here. They're the ones that serve it. You guys don't get one. Jim Taylor, he was on the call.
Starbucks?
Yeah.
I think that's probably even less common. I don't think there's a Starbucks around you, Nancy, is there?
No,
Absolutely not.
like, no, not at all. No, people wear camel. We are not fancy people here.
But yeah, that's it for me. If anyone else has anything to share, I can keep the call open, but
I wanted to say,
yeah.
a while ago, a few weeks ago, I was on Instagram and there's some company who does 3D printing. So let's say I buy a house from you, you're my agent. You can give me the exact 3D picture of, the model of my home that I just bought to put it on the mantle or like as a gift.
Oh,
Couple
cool.
of $100, 200 or 300, depending on the size and of the, and they'll do it exactly to the house. Like if it's red brick, if it's got stucco, everything will be exactly like the outside of the house. With
Very
windows.
cool.
So I think I kept his number somewhere in case somebody wants to do that as a buyer's gift.
Yeah, like a client gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, 3D printing is very cool. I know. Well, yeah, for one of our clients, we did the like the glass etching.
Oh, yeah.
So we did that. That was a big hit. And there's also, for anyone that hasn't been to our Vistaprint Pro Shop, realtyexecutives.ourproshop.ca or .com. They have tons of client gifts available for purchase there. There's also tons of Realty Executive swag on there. Polo shirts, jackets, hats. The winter is coming. So jackets, hats, mittens, they'll all be there too. The shop gets changed every season. So right now I think there's like beer cozies and like sunglasses, stuff like that. And then once we really get into the colder months, that will all change. A couple of the staples that are there are file folders, stickers, gift bags, stuff like that. It can be used anytime, but yeah, so talking about client gifts, I just wanted to remind everyone we do have that available. Yes, Nancy.
The late great Louisa Moffat, her client gift when you're out in the country like this, she used to get like a rock and she would put the last name, like the surname, on the rock so the person could like display it on their property.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It was
I didn't
such
know
a great
that.
idea. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Oh, that was awesome. And yeah, thank you, Nasir, for bringing that up. I think, I mean, I definitely get the ads for client gifts. I know that they are quite, a lot of them are sponsors at conferences and stuff. And it does always remind me, oh yeah, like I gotta order these things. But yeah, good points, everybody. We're reaching that time. So if no one has anything else to share, I think we wrap up. Thank you again for joining us and staying through technical difficulties. We will meet again. As a reminder, our office is closed September 1st for the long weekend. And we'll be back in office on the Tuesday. Okay. All right. I would say have a good long weekend, but we're all in real estate. So, but have a good week. I will see everyone next week if I don't see you sooner. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.